during South by Southwest. I believe it's our biggest activation, a clubhouse of sorts for all the brand marketers that descend on Austin. Great food, great people, great conversations. And unfortunately for the second year in a row, we can't be in Austin right now, but we are thrilled to be here with you guys virtually. This is our first ever 4-day summit, the Brand Innovators Trendwatch event.
Using fresh ingredients, it's really very important to have a great cocktail. 3/4 of 1 ounce. Voila. Ladies and gentlemen, let's raise our glass. Salute!
One of the challenges in the pandemic was, of course, so much of our business came through the drive-through. A higher percentage would come into our shops because they wanted that experience. Well, how can we interject over the long term that experiential component into our drive-through, into digital, into other components of our business? We have relied on that shop experience. Then the question becomes, how do you up that experience and make it unique in a bunch of different channels?
That's been, marketing since the dawn of time, but now it's that we can do it in a one-on-one scale if we have the right tools, if we have the right data, which just means we need to think about it in new, different ways.
What we continue to do is stay very close to our guests, like what's happening right now in pop culture, not what happened, 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago, and basically open up a whole avenue that we call internally as live advertising. It's really understanding what's happening in society currently, like today, right now.
When Pizza Hut was at its best, we were also on the forefront of innovation. And, last year we were able to bring to market the first plant-based pizza launched nationally by any pizza player in the US with our partnership with Beyond.
We have a lot of really strong, great marketing talent out in the various markets that, really understand what's going on at the local level and can help kind of take what we know about the brand at kind of macro level, but bring it to life in such a locally relevant way.
The role of consumer marketing is to figure out ways in which we can increase the percentage of people who say, there's a community for me on Reddit. This is a relevant product for me. It starts to become a daily habit and something that they're finding value in every single day.
We did disrupt the industry and we disrupted an experience. And I think we're still innovating in those areas, especially in results, to the pandemic of how we're reaching consumers and how they're shopping and virtual appointments and how we're connecting with them.
Most consumers today want to invest in brands that are doing good in the world.
As we think about DEI, it's not just people of color, it's people in the, LGBTQ plus community, people with different abilities. As we think about our Asian brothers and sisters and what they're going through at a time like this, companies really have to pause and really embrace their internal employees. And so a lot of the work that needs to start has to and must start internally.
Diversity is a fact. It's just representation. It's who we are. It's identity. Everyone is diverse. Inclusion is a choice. It's a choice that is often made by the person including versus the person needing to be included. So there's already privilege in that equation. All of us can remember a time where we haven't belonged and what that feels like, and also know what belonging needs to feel like and should feel like and connect to it. And so it is a universal concept. It transcends all people. It is directly connected to humanity.
In the face of such hate and in the face of such violence, if what the Me Too movement, if what Black Lives Matter taught us was that this is a worthy fight, worthy of our time, worthy of our attention, and this is not just our fight. This is a cultural awakening that's been happening for a few years now. We have to continue to fight for a better future so then the people that come after us don't have to have the same conversations. They can have a different conversation.
It really takes that breaking through to the other side of bringing together a coalition of allies across all communities for us to kind of break out of the echo chamber and really turn this into a national movement. And I'm so grateful for this space where we can have that community as members and allies.
This is a really important time for brands to step forward. This is not a time to call it play it safe and be unheard, unseen. You've got to be seen. You've got to be visible.
With the cultural demographic shift that's happening in this country, more and more people are asking those questions. What is it the brand is doing, and what are they standing for, and how are you showing up? So engaging with the consumer and leading by example is incredibly important.